Thanks for joining us once again for your update from the city of New Hope. The mayor is with us, Kathi Hemken. Welcome once again, Mayor. How are you today?
I'm fine, Dave. It's nice to be back, but I've got that background behind me.
Yes,
so still
celebrating that ocean view. I love it there. Let's get to some things happening in New Hope. Let's begin with the business networking group. Great success in April and another coming up in May. Tell us about both.
Well, the one in April, there were 18 people there, which is really pretty good. We got 3 new members. It was a huge success. And the next one is May 4th. That'll be at 2 o'clock at City Hall. And again, really, you get some good information at these meetings and some good networking going on. So I'd like to invite everybody at 2 o'clock at City Hall.
More information about that on the city's website. You see it at the bottom of the screen. We'll give you that throughout the program, newhopemn.gov. Building permits and inspections. You wanted to talk a little bit about the team behind that, and I understand they've been very busy.
They have. I think they're always busy, though.
Right.
We have 4 inspectors. They did 417 inspections in the month of March. 222 of those were building or plumbing inspections, and the others were code enforcement and point of sale inspections and rental inspections. But they keep pretty busy.
Let's hop over to the police department. A couple items to update here. First is some great news for chiefs throughout the area. A recent award given to the chiefs. Tell us a little bit about the background here.
So our chief in New Hope and the chiefs in Robbinsdale, Crystal, Plymouth, Brooklyn Center, those 5 chiefs get together and they discuss how they're going to handle serious crime in the communities. And so they got an award at the Police Association's banquet just recently for the collaboration of those 5 chiefs and the leadership that they're giving, not just to the community, but to the county. So we're pretty proud of our chiefs.
Congratulations to the chiefs, and also congratulations goes to one of the officers of New Hope and his canine. Tell us about this great award.
Well, Officer Robel and his canine Draco won first place in a regional event that was actually a team event. So it's pretty cool when you see your police and your canines taking awards on things they've done too.
Very nice. Public Works now, a couple things happening as we get into spring. The first is the ash trees. We've been talking about the ash borer. How are things going with some of the work on the trees?
All those ash borer trees are going to have to come down. And so some are on boulevards and some are in parks and in the golf course. So they're in the process now of marking the ones that are on the boulevards that are going to be coming down. As soon as they get them marked, they'll start taking those down. It's going to take all summer to get all those trees down. And of course, if you've got a boulevard tree, you should get a piece of paper that tells you the kind of trees that you can get for replacement. Mm-hmm. I believe right now it's a 1-to-1 replacement, so there's no cost to the homeowner. That may change as they run out of trees or they run out of money in the account. So if you have your tree marked, I suggest you look at what they gave you and order your tree right away so that you get the tree that you want.
Good information there. Monthly playground inspection, something that residents might not know that happens, but this is something Public Works takes very seriously. How does this work?
Well, they go around once a month and look at the playground equipment. They're looking for graffiti. They're checking to make sure the playground equipment is safe. It's not damaged in any way. And then they bring that back and they report that. Now, residents can also report that on that 411 tip line, mm-hmm. where they can call City Hall if they see playground equipment that's in need of repair or if there's some vandalism. We want to correct that right away. And, if you do an inspection once a month, sometimes that's not quite enough. Mm-hmm. So if the residents could help us with that, that'd be really nice to know when we need to get out there and fix something.
Well, this is the part of the program and the updates we normally talk about water main breaks, but we wanted to pass along this news today. Mayor, no report here, no breaks.
No breaks this last week. They were so excited.
That is worth an update itself, right?
It is. They can actually get busy and do what they do.
That's right. Moving along to other updates in Public Works, we want to talk about some trees and some work that's going to be going on some of the boulevards. Give us some of these details.
So just north of Bass Lake Road over by Gettysburg, that's where we're going to do our next project. They'll go through and they'll mark any trees that are on the roads that are having major construction done, and they'll have to take those down. The reason they have to take those down, the ash, of course, they would just take down, but right. Some of the trees aren't ash, But when you cut down to do some major repairs like that, they have to cut through the roots. And when they do that, there's two things that happen. One, the tree probably is going to die in 3 to 4 years. The other thing is the danger to the workers that that tree isn't going to be stable enough in a wind. So those trees, I hate to see big, beautiful trees go down, but if they've got to do that work, they've got to take those trees down just for safety reasons.
Well, this is a picture of Medicine Lake or Meadow Lake, I'm sorry. Not quite as big as the ocean behind the mayor here, but it is a big body of water in New Hope, and it's filling up, Mayor. That process has gone very well.
It has. We did that drawdown late last year, and the turtles, by the way, just kind of dig down into the sand. Well, because of the additional rain we had last week, I wasn't here, but you told me it rained.
Yes.
So the additional rain and the snow melt, that lake is just about full now. So we'll see if those turtles come out of the mud at the bottom that they were dug into.
I bet they'll be back. Let's move to Park and Rec and talk about some neat classes that are coming up here, some opportunities to do something a little bit new, and it involves some younger ones from the city. Tell us about some of the neat classes.
Well, some of this stuff is just amazing to me.
Yeah.
I have to look at the paper so I get the names right. So we have something called the 3 Rivers Survival Skills, and that's for kids 4 years old and up, and an adult. And what they're doing is they're teaching these kids how to build a fire, what kind of sticks to look for, how to survive if you happen to be outside and you need survival skills. The other one they're doing is Amazing Athletes. That's for 3 to 5 year olds with a parent.
Okay.
And what they're doing there is teaching the kids eye to hand coordination, to throw a ball, to catch a ball, just coordination. But the fact that they're calling it Amazing Athletes, I like think is kind of fun. The other thing is we have a babysitting class, and now it's an all-day Saturday class. They had one last Saturday. The next one will be May 21st, and that's in the In Motion book. So if you want to sign your child up for babysitting, you have to do that pretty soon. Okay. And those classes fill up, so we have to get those kids signed up when we can.
All right, here is the In Motion, and again on the city's website as well, newhopemn.gov. You can find out information about those upcoming classes. Rev Sports is a big partner, I know, for the city. Tell us about their work right now and what they're getting ready for.
Well, Rev Sports basketball and soccer, usually they would have started by now. The Rev Sports basketball has started. The soccer had to be delayed a week because of the weather. I don't think the weather's going to be much better this week, so they might have to put it off one more week, but that'll get started next week probably.
We've also got some dancers in the city that are getting very excited for some upcoming dates. What is coming up here in the middle of May? Well,
that's our New Hope dance team, and it's huge. So the recital is May 14th and 15th. This year, again, like last year, you can order your tickets online. If you don't know how to do that, call the Park and Rec department. They'll kind of guide you through that, but you can order your tickets and get your seats online and pay for it that way. If you've never been to a dance recital with these kids, it's amazing. And especially the ones, if you've been going a while, you could see the ones that started when they were 3. True. And now they're 8, and now they're 18. And the difference between that 3-year-old and that 18-year-old is amazing.
They're all fun to watch. Well, here's another website for you to go to if you want to be active, steptoit.org. Mayor, I know you like this one as well. What happens in the month of May, and why should people get out and get moving?
Well, now's the time to sign up. And if you sign up, you can go at steptoit, all one word, .com. I think it's .org.
.org, correct.
.org. Sign up, and when you do that, sign up for the New Hope team. Because if you do that, you're eligible for some prizes that they give. The other thing is we always fall second to Brooklyn Park. And so the more people we could get to sign up for the Step to It, you do it by yourself. You just put in the steps. It kind of guides you through that whole thing. It goes through the whole month of May, but you got to get signed up so we get some kind of organization as to doing that. And then they'll ask if you want to sign up for a group. And if you put in New Hope, they'll put you into the New Hope group. And we're going to beat Brooklyn Park this year.
Oh, there we go. The challenge is on. And it's not just walking or running. It is also gardening or other things you might do around the house. So everyone can get involved.
They can. It's things like washing the dishes,
Yeah.
vacuuming,
Mhm.
of course, golf and soccer and any other sport you play, but a lot of just the household things that you do. And they calculate how many steps or how many minutes that you do that exercise, and they add that in. So, even if you're a person that's at home and you're vacuuming once in a while, those steps all count.
That's
We'll get
right.
Brooklyn Park beat. I know we
All
will.
right, there you go, Mayor. The challenge is on. We've been talking about some awards that have come into the city. Here's another very nice award that has to do with the construction work that was done over the past couple of years. Congratulations to the city. Tell us more.
Well, Minnesota Park and Rec Association gives out an award for projects that are a facility and a park. And we won an award for that, and an excellence for our Civic Center Park and our pool project. So that's pretty exciting.
Very, very exciting. We talk a lot about softball in our park and rec updates at this time of the year. And I understand now for the men's side of things, the schedule is in its final stages. And when do games start?
Well, the 2nd of May, they start playing, and they've got those schedules. If you really need to go to those games in the evening, they're free. You can sit in the stands. It's just like watching Major League Football or baseball, but more fun than that.
There you go.
And the scores are a lot higher than 1-2.
This is true. This is true. All right. I know you've been keeping an eye on the golf course and giving us the updates day to day. And today's update is what, as we tape this on Monday, the 11th?
It's open.
Yay.
However.
Okay. There's a but.
But I've learned the hard way.
Yeah.
Don't know if it's going to be open all week. They're predicting rain and snow, and the grass right now is very tender. And so if it's raining or snowing, they probably won't let you on the course. They're not letting any carts on the course just yet. But if you're thinking you want to play, I would really call first to make sure it's open. Leagues start next week.
Okay.
And so then for sure you have to call to make sure you've got a spot to play in, because the leagues take up a lot of the time.
Got it. Very good.
So I may be playing with a scarf and boots and a bonnet next week, but I'm going to play.
Well, it's fun to head that it's open. Let's head over to the ice arena and talk about a place with lots of activity. Here are some pictures to show just what's going on. Mayor, what are they doing inside?
So we knew we needed to replace the dasher boards and the glass. And so those all came out. And when they did that, they're taking out the ice. So that's out. The next thing they'll do is they'll power wash the bleachers and the floor. And once that's all power washed and cleaned up and dry, then they'll start to put the ice back in. I'll put the boards up. I think they put the boards up first, actually. They put the dasher boards up, put the ice back in and put the glass in, and we'll be good to go. There's a lot of work that needs to be done before they start the fall season.
But the South Rink's still busy, right?
The South Rink is open. It's still busy. I'm sorry to say, no open skating anymore.
Okay.
But the men's hockey league is playing there. The youth hockey is playing there. And so they're doing some training still on the South Rink. And if you've got a team that's playing over there, you can see if you can rent that.
Yeah.
They're pretty busy just with one rink.
Popular place all year long. A couple updates you'll see on the city's website. And again, we keep mentioning that, newhopemn.gov, the place to go for a lot of city information. And one of the pieces there, Mayor, is about the yard waste site. How does this work in the city?
So the yard waste site is open now. It's in in Maple Grove. Basically, you have to take your yard waste out there. You can go online and find out where that is. When you go, if you're bringing your leaves in plastic bags, you empty the bags, take the bags back with you, because they don't want the bags there. But you can take pieces of wood. I want to say it's like 6 inches in diameter.
Okay.
So those big pieces of wood, it doesn't have to be cut up, but it just has to be small enough so they can get it into the shredder for that. Now the material site in Brooklyn Park, that's on 83rd and Noble, I believe. If you didn't get your stuff out for the bulky waste that they were picking up, or you had too many things out there and they didn't pick it up, you could always take it to Maple Grove and drop it off there. That'll be
April 30th.
Thank you. April 30th. There might be a cost. I'm not sure. You can go online and see if there is a cost, but things like mattresses, you certainly don't want those brought inside the house again. And if you want to get rid of them, that's the place to get rid of them.
Very good.
Because I'm here to tell you, you'll get a citation if you leave them out on your lawn very long.
All right, opportunities to get those things cleaned up. Speaking of cleaning up, one of our favorite times of the year, the street sweepers will be out, and this is very important for the environment, correct?
Well, it is. We're trying to get all that junk off the street. So if you have a catch basin, we've tried to go around and clean out those catch basins, but we don't always get to do that. But if you do have a catch basin, look to see that it's cleaned out from trash or leaves or whatever, so that the street sweeper can actually get that swept up. So they go through, and I didn't know this, but after they go through all that, they've got to get rid of that stuff.
Sure.
And that's another contract we have to have,
Oh, my.
because some of it is kind of toxic. And so they have to load that up and they take it somewhere to get rid of that too. But once the streets are swept, it just looks cleaner.
It does. It feels good. Always a process, though. A couple final notes to leave you with today. The first is a great opportunity coming up in the Donut Make You Wonder program. What is the program this time coming up in the next month?
The third Tuesday of every month at 10 o'clock is Donut Make You Wonder. Donut, not does it not, but donut, like what you eat.
Eat a donut.
And so for $3, you get a really nice donut and coffee and a program. So this time it's going to be Robinson, his first name.
Jackie Robinson.
Thank you. It
Yep.
says Jackie Robinson and the kid.
Right.
So the kid is actually the one that puts it on, and he's grown up and he tells the story about how he had a relationship with Jackie Robinson. And it's really quite entertaining. So for $3 and over at the Crystal Community Center, it's just a fun time. Starts at 10 o'clock. You're out of there by 11:30 with a donut under your belt.
Very good. Final note to pass along, still some job opportunities in the city of New Hope and in public works. Explain what some of those jobs are and how people can find out more.
Well, I've been telling people up to this point that Park and Rec and the Aquatic Center, as well as Public Works, needed people. Well, I hear the Aquatic Center and Park and Rec are overwhelmed with people.
Fantastic.
But Public Works still does need some people for the summer work. It pays $14 an hour to start, depending on the amount of experience you have and the job that they're putting you on. You're well supervised. It's a great opportunity for students, kids. You have to be over 16. So it's a great opportunity for these kids or adults, but you need to apply. And you can do that by going online to the website /jobs. And you can actually apply online, and then you'll go in for an interview.
All right, there's that website, newhopemn.gov/jobs. And take off the jobs, newhopemn.gov, and that will give you everything that we've talked about and also other things happening in the city. Mayor, thanks once again for your time, and thanks for bringing that beautiful picture to us one more time. We know spring is going to be here soon, so you just have to be patient, right?
Yep, thanks, Dave.
All right, thank you, and let's leave you now with some events coming up in the city of New Hope. Learn more about The Connection at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.